Friends, today is 10/10/2020. That is what Paresh Bhai told me today. So that means it's October 10th, 2020 and it's Saturday. And having said that, I just want to share that today we are in the windy city, Chicago. Paresh Patel is a good friend of mine, a survivor of human labor trafficking and debt bondage. So Paresh Bhai, what would you recommend to your friends? If it was your son Kevin, would you tell him to come to the United States of America illegally?
No, no way.
Why?
There is so many problem here. If you are coming illegal here, and you cannot stay like, we think here is heaven, but when you come illegally, it's not. If you come legally with status, that's a very nice country, very good country to live here. That is my opinion, because I'm living here last 11 years here as a undocumented people. So it's a very bad experience with me. So I don't recommend to anybody come here in United States or any country illegally. So that is my opinion.
But that's very nice of you to speak honestly to all my friends back in India, here in the United States of America. Because very many people tell, oh, come, pay the agent, and it's heaven. But nice of you to say that. But having said that, I heard that you spend a lot of money here. How much money did you spend?
Yes, I spent $75,000.
Can you say that? How much?
$75,000.
$75,000?
Yes, $75,000 to get my status here. I married with one Indian American girl here for getting status, and we have a contract with $75,000, and $25,000 I give him advance. Then when I get the green card, then I have to give her 25 more, and then last $25,000 after I getting the citizenship. So that is the basic our contract, but it doesn't work out. And lawyer tell me you can file with your your son and daughter, because she is your wife, so she can file. So I also filed that for immigration, and they have a visitor visa. That visitor visa also cancelled, and I spent a lot of money on it. So altogether I spent $60,000 from my pocket to get this status, and I'm still struggling. So it's very hard.
$60,000.
Yes, sir.
When did you meet your son Kevin last?
In 2009, when we come here together in 2009.
So for 11 years you not met your family, your son?
Yes.
Friends, just imagine the emotions, feelings, sentiments that a survivor goes through, which is never ever expressed, and people like us who are legal citizens or legal human beings with freedom can't understand the pain and trauma that a survivor goes through. So, but Paresh, I just want to thank you for educating our friends across the world, especially India. And what inspired you to join Eyes Open International? Like, he's a very passionate supporter for Eyes Open International, and he's the good luck, because I still remember 6 months back he was the first person who sent Eyes Open International a check of $100, and that was a good luck. And after that, it's all history for us. So what I just want to thank on behalf of everyone, survivors, victims, that for sending that your hard-earned money.
Thank you very much. And when I upset, and one time I decided to suicide, but it's very hard to say. I meet Mr. Harold, and he saved me, my life. It's very hard to say.
We are all with you. I'm telling you, everyone loves you. So like we all care for you. So that's the reason we are here, for Eyes Open International. And one day you will be united with your family. That's our commitments to you. Okay. So Jai Shri Krishna. God bless you, and thanks for all that you're doing for all humanity. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, friends. Please support Eyes Open International. God bless America. God bless the universe. Thank you.
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Violet. Happy birthday to you.
Well, friends, we are celebrating Violet's third birthday. Actually, it's what, October 15th?
October 15th.
Eyes Open International is very proud to celebrate birthday with Jinal and Violet.
Thank you.
And God bless you, and all good wishes from I would say your grandmother Jigna Masi from India, Nilesh Bhai,
Yeah.
Hriday, Viona, Vyasi, Mamta, Desma, all our friends. So God bless you, enjoy your birthday, have a wonderful life. And we, Eyes Open International, we believe in empowering girls, education.
Yes.
And once again, thank you, Jai Shri Krishna,
Thank
for
you
hosting me.
for-
She hosted me for 24 hours here. Thank you.
It was so much fun with you guys. Thank
You want to say something about the Bollywood film? You said you want to act.
I wish, but I'm too short. Please consider me though.
Okay, thank you, friends.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Good afternoon, friends. Today is Monday, October 12th, 2020. I am in Nebraska. Eyes Open International is traveling all across the US from state to state, empowering victims, survivors. I met close to a dozen victims and survivors during my trip from Cincinnati to Chicago. I was in Iowa, and I'm going to different states. I don't want to name all the places because due to privacy of all the victims and survivors. I just want to share that human trafficking is visible, and many times people say it is invisible, but we need those eyes to see it and to explore it and to empower these victims. Victims at this time during the pandemic are going through horrific times, and I just don't know how to explain. I met certain victims and survivors, and it was very emotional and very touching for me. And Eyes Open International right now is working towards prevention, education, protection and empowerment of victims, especially in the United States of America. I am from the United States of America. I believe charity begins from the house. It's my humble request to all my friends to keep your eyes open, look, listen, learn, live and laugh with all the victims or community members, your friends across. I just want to end on one note. I'll be traveling to India maybe after a week, but the overall objective of my goal is to ensure that victims live happily, freely and with freedom. So once again, thank you very much for supporting Eyes Open International, an organization which is focused on just freeing all the victims. Our goal is only to free all the victims. Whatever donations we have received, whatever it is, 90% of the money goes towards the victims and survivors. Honestly, it's a very transparent organization. It's registered. We do not have an office, and all the delegates who are working with me are volunteers. So thank you very much for all your support, for donating all your valuable time, money, resources and professional your time with us. Thank you very much. God bless America, God bless the world, and God bless the victims and survivors. Thank you.
I'm Liam Neeson. Almost 25 million people are trafficked every year. 1 in 4 victims are under the age of 18. Most are trafficked within their own countries and cities and coerced into forced labor or sexual exploitation, often by people they know. If you're watching this and you're being exploited, or you think you may have seen something, then say something. Together we can end exploitation and human trafficking. Join our campaign.
Good afternoon, friends. Eyes Open International today is at Denver. It's October 13th and it's a Wednesday. Bold, brilliant and beautiful Edith, who is the executive director, founder of International Restoration Project International. I will not take much time. Can you please tell us about, and we are believing in collaboration, for goals towards human trafficking. Please can you share us something about your profound, intelligent organization and about you. Thank you.
So, I am originally from Nigeria, and I started doing this work because of a research that I did for Colorado State that culminated in 2 laws that were passed to protect women and that were raped, and children were born out of the crime, and so the laws were passed to protect them from systemic failures. And so that research opened my eyes to the systemic failures that victims go through. And I can't explain why I chose the human trafficking, but that was where my heart was, and I'm passionate about that. My goal with Restoration Project International, the goal of Restoration Project International actually is to see survivors empowered, after they've gone through the trauma of human trafficking, to receive skills and become economically viable. Because a lot of times survivors go back to their abusers because they don't have skills with which to work or to provide for themselves. It's all about money. So if they cannot, work to make enough money to meet their needs, then they will always revert back to their abuser, who provides for them after they have made them, work really hard. So our goal is to provide that, empowerment, and that is why Restoration Project International, besides community awareness, educating the community, making stakeholders understand what trafficking is, and of course domestic violence as well, what it is, and keeping them informed about the dynamics of trafficking and domestic violence, so that they can support victims when they are rescued, when they are redeemed. And so for us, Restoration Project International, we do that education piece with community and institutions. We keep them informed, educate them about how to support survivors. And then on the other side, we also provide skills for survivors. So we provide classes in computer education, we provide classes in financial literacy. Recently we added classes in coding.
Oh wow.
Which is specifically Python programming.
Wow.
And then we also added data entry. And with the data entry class, actually the good thing about it is, after the class we are going to connect the people who graduate from the class with employers to do internship, and RPI will pay them some stipend.
Wow.
To do the internship for 1 month. All of this is just to give survivors, leverage, so they can compete with other people in the society.
That's really inspiring, Edith. But I had one question. It's not from me, but it's from all the individuals, I think, globally, in India, maybe Nigeria. And it's very, I would say, very serious and very passionate to me also. Like, I want you to share, like, she's so intelligent, incredible, inspiring, and innovative, Edith. Is that something about single mom? And like, I know people are going through domestic violence, and there are so many, I've seen ladies, I don't know in Nigeria, but in India and here, like, it's a stigma, it's a shame, they do not come out. And what message would you give to such, like, I believe in woman empowerment, in girls' education, that girls does not mean that they have to just sit in the house and cook. They also have passion, they also have a dream. Can you share something about yourself? Because I was quite inspired when I met you last, and I met your beautiful daughter. Like, she was so intelligent. It really gave me so much pride, hope, and like courage to go ahead and do stuff, because your daughter is doing, she is like, can you tell something about your daughter also, please? Thank you.
So I am a survivor of domestic violence. Back then, we didn't get a lot of community support like they have now. And so, back then, if you are a woman, and they call it, the husband is just, putting her in check, right? But it's more than that. When somebody is excessively controlling and even, using violence to express, their control, then it's a problem. I went through all of that, but, I felt like what I went through was a stepping stone for me. I probably won't be doing the work I'm doing today if I did not go through the domestic violence that I went through. And I'm glad that, you know, I did not stay on the ground. I did not, you know, keep pitying myself like a lot of people, a lot of survivors are wont to do, you know, like, you know, pitying yourself, blaming yourself.
Yes, right.
You know, I am the one that puts myself there. Don't blame yourself, you know, because yes, the signs are there, you know, to show that this person is abusive, but sometimes it's difficult for you to actually, you know, grasp the enormity of what the situation would look like. You have to actually be in the situation for you to know. And for a lot of people, especially young people, you fall in love with someone and you expect that the person will protect you, but you know, the reverse is the case, right?
I just wanted to interrupt, like, at what point in your life, when you say, I think you have come from a very humble family and you are this typical wife, so at what point you decided now it's enough is enough? And how would you tell your friends, like, you know, enough is enough, where you draw a line? Sorry to be getting a little emotional,
Yes.
but
So I got to the point where, you know, I realized that nothing was changing. The situation was getting worse, and not just getting worse, but I saw that it was not going to change. And I determined that I am not going to live the rest of my life like this. I think I should make a move. And so I made the move. I decided to walk away. I didn't get the support that that people get now. I didn't tell anybody really. I did not tell my family because of the stigma, because of the fact that they would tell you, oh, you have to go back, you know, all women are treated the same way, you know. But yeah, this was me telling myself that I don't want to live my life like that. I don't want to live a life where a man will be beating me, you know, a man will be controlling me. If I don't do what he wants me to do, then I will get a beating. So I didn't want to live that kind of life. So I moved on. I left. I practically left the country to get here, because every time I left home, he will always come back and get me. So this time I had to leave the country. I left my daughter in my country when I left. I left her back then. It was hard for me, but I was focused. I told myself that if I'm able to put my foot in the door, if I'm able to get something for myself, I'll be able to bring her. And that was what I did. I got here, I put myself through college. I had to do 3-4 jobs, you know, so as to, you know, doing as much as housekeeping, babysitting, you know, just to get myself through college. And once I was almost done in college for my first degree, my daughter joined me, and she was in college too. Again, you know, both of us had to put ourselves through college. She graduated, I graduated. I was like, okay, now I have to go to grad school. I went to grad school, she went to law school, you know, but both of us have been a support for each other. So what I would say to survivors is, you know, you don't have to take it, you know, you don't have to take it. Life is, I don't want to say life is too short. That's what they say, right? But why do you want to live your life, you know, being abused, you know, being battered, you know, being under the control of someone else? We all have a mind of our own. You can live a fruitful life without somebody subjecting you to hardship, suffering, trauma. You know, when you when you're in a situation where somebody is abusing you, hitting you, abusing you financially, psychologically, there's a lot of psychological abuse that, you know, women and of course some men too go through. And you know, the signs are there. And I'll tell you one of the signs of psychological abuse. People that are psychologically abused are usually very frightful. They are always afraid. They don't have confidence in themselves, you know, because they have been, you know, their psyche has been battered, you know, so they cannot think for themselves anymore. They have to depend on their abuser, you know, to survive. So there are people that are psychologically abused. Abuse is not only physical, you know. Survivors of human trafficking, a lot of them are psychologically abused. That is the only way they can keep them in the trafficking situation. So my thing is, you can find support. There is a lot of awareness now about human trafficking and domestic violence. Just speak up. If you don't speak up, nobody will know what you are going through. People cannot read your mind except if you say it. So there are a lot of supports everywhere, all over the world. There's awareness now about trafficking, about domestic violence, sexual assault. There's awareness, and there are organizations, that are there to support you. So speak up, tell your friends, tell people that are close to you, you're confident, talk to them about what you are going through, and they may be able to connect you to someone. They may be able to get help for you. That's my advice to
Thank you very much.
everybody.
And all I can say about this cool, caring, and charming lady is that she came, she saw, and she conquered America from Nigeria, having nothing.
Yes.
Can you share with our audience, even in the United States of America, if they are in any situation, especially girls, I get a lot of calls, into domestic violence or any abuse. Is there in your organization anywhere where they can contact or they can email? Can you share anything?
Yes. So our organization provide classes, and they are online now. Not thanks to COVID, but all the classes are online. So wherever you are, you can tap into our programs. Our email address is info, INFO, at restoration, RESTORATION, P as in Paul, restorationpi.org. If you send us any information, we will contact you within 24 hours. You can also call us on 720-446-3979. 720-446-3979.
Thank you very much, Edith. Thank you, friends. So I encourage all the girls, ladies, single mom, do not give up. I always tell that silence or suicide is not a solution, option, or a choice. So be strong. Here is a role model, and she has some very inspiring words.
Yeah.
Edith.
One more thing. So our website is www.restorationpi.org. Give us a call, send us an email, check us out on our website, and fill out the contact information. We will always get back to you. We always do. We always get back to people that contact us. Whether you are a survivor or you know someone that is a survivor, contact us, and we will connect you with resources if we cannot provide the resources.
Thank you. So here we are collaborating with Eyes Open International and Restoration Project International, right?
Yes.
Yes, we got it. Together we will change the outcome.
Yes.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Yes.
Thank you. God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Good morning, friends. Today, Eyes Open International is at Glenwood Springs in Colorado, and today is October 15th. It's a Thursday. I would just talk on contract marriages. Friends who are coming from any part of the world, if you're coming on an F1 visa, if you're coming on a B1, B2 visa, if you're coming on a C1D visa, or any visa, or even if you're entering the United States of illegally or undocumented, do not get married on contract marriages. That's the biggest crime. I came across at least 10 states traveling here. I met over like 12 victims. From that, 80% have done contract marriages, and from that, everyone, or 10 out of 10 have burnt their fingers. No one has got their status right. So don't do it. I just wanted to educate you all on that. If you have any questions on this particular subject in the United States of America, please call 1-888-373-7888, and they will not get you arrested, they will not get you deported, they will not get you handcuffed, and they will not send you back anywhere. So just talk to them and they will guide you exactly what needs to be done. Or else email at info@Eyes Open International, and we will help you what to do and what not to do. But do not get scared and do not panic. Do not appoint any attorneys. Attorneys will tell you get into contract marriages. but please do not do it. Thank you very much. God bless America. God bless all the victims globally. Thank you. Good morning, friends. I am in Topeka, Kansas. I met a lot of victims and survivors, especially who have come to the United States of America on a C1D visa. So today I'm just going to talk on C1D visa. So friends who are in the United States of America on a C1D visa, your status can never ever be corrected, even if you get married to an American lady or a girl. So best option for you is to go back to India or to your concerned countries. And friends who are in India, if you are coming on a C1D visa, just go on the ship, do your job and go back to India. Do not try to jump the ship and try to work here, because a short-term gain is a long-term pain, but a short-term pain is a long-term gain. I have seen so many delegates here on the C1D visa and working in restaurants, convenience stores, and they told me that can this visa be corrected? No, it cannot be corrected. The traffickers are telling them or their owners that I'll get your visa corrected, I'll get your green card, and they're exploiting them or milking them and taking the money from them because they are not applying to any lawyers, because this visa cannot be corrected and the victims do not know. So I have 3 solutions for this delegates who are on a C1D visa. So if you're on a C1D visa, please share this video with your friends. Number 1, call 1-888-373-7888 and they will guide you that whether your visa can be corrected or no, if you don't believe me. Number 2, please go on the website of Eyes Open International or email info@eyesopeninternational.org. Last but not the least, your friend, that is the Google. Go on Google and check on C1D visa and you will get your answers straight over there that this visa can never ever be corrected. So many delegates have burned their fingers. I have been traveling all across the US right now and I have come across more than 2 dozen victims or survivors. I have given these forms to fill them. I am working on a EOI freedom survey where I can expunge the felonies of the victims and get them a status. But on C1D visa, I just cannot do anything. It's better to accept the reality and go back to your own country or don't ever jump the ship. Thank you very much. God bless America. God bless the universe. And please follow Eyes Open International on our Facebook page. Thank you. Good evening, friends. Eyes Open International is in Missouri. I just would like to thank the car, that's Tesla, is like breaking the silence. I just want to share with all the victims and survivors in the United States of America and globally 4 things. Number 1, be happy. Number 2, be thankful. Number 3, be empowered. And number 4, live your life with freedom. And if you do not have freedom, please fight for your freedom. Get over your fear. So having said that, I just want to tell you one thing, is that when 18 years back my perpetrator told me, Harold, you cannot move 1 inch beyond my eyesight, and he used to wear his glasses and then tell me. But today, you know, friends, I reached the White House. I have traveled 48 states in the United States of America. The only 2 states I have not gone is Hawaii and Alaska. If I did it, you can definitely do it. Stand up, rise to the occasion and live your dreams. Fight for your rights. You got to do it. And we all together will be there to help you out. If you cannot predict your future, like I could not predict my future, so I created my future. So friends, let me tell you one thing in the end, that making a mistake is not a mistake. I know all the victims and survivors, you made a mistake, I made a mistake. So making a mistake is not a mistake, but making no mistake is a mistake. But repeating a mistake is a big mistake. But learning from your mistakes, like what I did, and helping people to live a happy life and getting out of the clutches of the perpetrators is not a mistake. So thank you very much. God bless America.